Okay, now we can make a new deduction. It turns out I must have dove into the mechanic a little bit prematurely. I'm getting old, ladies and gentlemen. That happens sometimes to men. But not to me. I'm still shooting pretty strong. I can promise you that.
His name is Go Zero.
Are you ready? No, seriously, are you ready? Because shit's about to go down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final episode of our Blacksad Under the Skin playthrough. It has been one hell of a ride, and if you thought the ride was just about to finish, we're about to take one hell of a plummet. We now have reason to believe Tim Thorpe, Uncle Tim, has been involved with this whole scheme with Mitchell the entire time. And if that turns out to be the case, the bombshell is about to drop. If you guys have been enjoying this, go ahead and hit that like button down below like you have been. I appreciate all that love and support. Sit back, relax, get your detective hats on. Let's finish this case together. One last time, let's get this underway. Okay, it's not that door. We're trying to find a back way into Tim's office, because Tim's not here yet.
Should I play the Smirnoff trump card again?
Let's 100% play the Smirnoff trump card again. Because if we manage to find out Tim is involved, it'd be good to have Smirnoff here to put that man under arrest.
Smirnoff didn't know what to think. He asked me to watch out and call him as soon as I had more information. He also told me that Gil had finally talked. He denied having blocked the basement door and said the truck door opened, but he got knocked on the head as soon as he tried to get out. He then woke up when the police found him beside the basement door. Obviously, the same person who had jammed the door had carried him there.
Someone knocked him unconscious. I've got a crazy theory. I've got a real crazy theory. Hear me out. Hear me out right now. Okay. So, that researcher was working on pills that enhance people's strengths, right? What if we are about to find out that Tim Thorpe has been taking pills that help him walk? Bombshell, I know, because you wouldn't expect a cripple to just get up out of their wheelchair and walk, am I right? But that makes sense, because there was a pillbox in the basement of that thing that said Boss written on it. And what if Boss turns out to be Tim Thorpe? It could be. That would be insane. I think we found the way in.
Cats aren't afraid of heights. That's why I've never felt vertigo.
Not afraid of heights, but it'd still fucking kill you if you fell off. I wonder if we just solved the case. I wonder if that is how it's going to go down. If we've just solved it right here and now, I wouldn't even be disappointed with myself. I'd actually be pretty proud that we come to that deduction. If we can get this door open, that'd be fantastic. It's really finicky, because if you move the stick the slightest little bit off, you have to look for it all over again. But we're in! This must be Tim's office. I think it is Tim's office. Let's have a look around. He's a sniper. That's just confirmed it. That is just confirmed exactly what I just spoke about. Okay, so put my theory into practice, right? He takes the pills, he's able to walk. He was the one who sniped Randall.
Behind a desk, until you remember the desk's owner is in a wheelchair.
Who would have thought? Thorpe can't walk and uses a wheelchair. And there's a pillbox with Boss written on it.
Crap.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just cracked the case. We can just, You know what? I'm that confident. We can take this tie off. We've cracked the case. We've cracked the case.
And you have to retrace your steps to get back on the right track.
See, Mitchell, everything to do with Mitchell just out the window, gone. We can now make a new deduction as well.
Of course.
Wow.
I better not use it. It might be connected to the switchboard at the front desk.
I think we just solved the case before Blacksad did. Alright, so if we've got some new deductions we can make with the clues we've now found, let's try to piece them together. Mitchell's drugs help overcome physical limitations, alright? No, okay, it's not that one. It's not that either, okay. Thorpe can't walk and uses a wheelchair. Pills? There we go.
Wait, what if Groon's drugs helped Thorpe walk?
That's what I just said. I'm glad to see Blacksad's catching up. We're going for a four-way here. Okay, that didn't work. These have to link together somehow. That didn't work either. We know when it comes to making deductions and using this mechanic, it's a game of hit and miss, but it has to be here. The answer is right in front of us. This isn't looking well. How many more combinations do I have to make before we get it right? Have I missed something?
One eternity later.
I'm going to check around and make sure we haven't missed anything here. I haven't checked this out yet.
One of the strengths, the accuracy of his throw. I earned the nickname Iron Arm. I used to throw the ball in 15 whatever it wanted. And my coach, the great Geoffrey Sachs. And so I worked hard. Pearl Harbor. I enlisted immediately. After losing a partner in combat, a serious injury, I asked to be relocated. I became a sniper. I know I shouldn't say this, but I was one of the best in the army.
There we go.
It was all thanks to my accuracy. No, it was all thanks to Geoffrey Sachs. I wonder how many Americans that man saved with my arm. After these words, Tim Thorpe is moved almost to tears and asks me to take a break. It's shocking to see how an athlete and soldier, a man whose aim and skill won him a Medal of Honor, and the nickname Surgeon among his brothers.
Tim's the surgeon.
That can't be. I mean,
it was Tim the
could
entire
be
time.
coincidence, but no.
It was Tim the entire time. See? This is the bomb. Bombshell just dropped. Now it's just a matter of being able to piece the right pieces together to prove it. Sniper killed Randall Lee. There we go. It was Tim who sniped Randall.
Of course. It wasn't Mitchell or Gill. It was Thorpe who shot Randall at the hospital.
We've got one more deduction we can make. So obviously, what's happened is we still know Joe Dunn had information knowing that these athletes were doping. And if Tim's entire, like, roster of athletes are doping, then that would put his entire company and livelihood at risk. So, instead of going down, he opted to have Joe killed. Okay, now we can make a new deduction. It turns out I must have dove into the mechanic a little bit prematurely. I'm getting old, ladies and gentlemen. That happens sometimes to men. But not to me. I'm still shooting pretty strong. I can promise you that. Thorpe killed Randall. Nope. Do we link the two surgeon things together? I don't know what we're supposed to be linking here. Come on, point me in the right direction, please.
12 seconds later.
Oh, thank God.
That's it. Thorpe is the man behind the whole drug operation. Everything adds up now. And yet I can already hear Smirnov telling me I have no conclusive evidence. What if I
According to
set a
Smirnov,
trap
I've
for
never
Thorpe?
got conclusive evidence.
But how?
Alright, let's try and piece this together without making any false moves. I have to set a trap. Ooh, we'll use the gun. Thank God we got that right.
Ha! What if I place Thorpe's gun up there and corner him so that he has to stand up to get it?
That's smart. Yeah, good thing to take those pills and those bullets. We've been shot
show
one
was
too many
about to
times
begin.
already in this fucking
All I
playthrough.
needed was an audience and some patience.
Stop it!
Arr! Don't you know who you're dealing with, matey?
What a silly man.
Mutiny! You wants to be shark bait, do ya? Oh, Blacksad. I feel terrible for keeping you waiting.
John,
But you
I'll
see,
make you
there was
fucking
mutiny on board,
walk
so,
the plank, you bastard.
you see what I have to put up with. All right, councilman, to the cabin with you! Onward!
aye, aye, Captain.
Come along, Blacksad. Julie, don't let anyone bother us.
Sonia's got all those curves in all the right places.
Honey, will you wait in the boardroom for me, please?
But,
I'll just be a minute then. I think you've already suffered enough.
Yeah, trust me, Sonia, you don't want to be in the room when we drop this bombshell.
And think about where you'd like to have dinner tonight, okay?
She's got enough on her mind at the moment.
You see, I'm not gonna pay you for solving the case.
Oh, I thought you were a man of your word. Gonna hold out and not give me any money?
Wow. I thought you were the kind of man who is true to his word.
No, it's not that. You'll get every penny we agreed on, and more. But not because you solved the case, but for her. 2 days ago, she wanted to end it all. Drop out of college, sell the gym. Too many wounds to heal. But through your incredible work, you managed to heal them. Well, perhaps not completely. It takes time to get over something like this. But at least, thanks to you, Sonia wants to be happy. She has hope. I'm going to help her make Dunn's Gym the best in the city. Who would have ever guessed it, huh?
I'm happy for Sonia.
I'm happy for her. She's been through a lot. And honestly, I wasn't sure she'd make it.
Well, she hasn't just yet. But she will in time. Anyway, back to the case. All those people you confronted. Gil, the German doctor, even Mitchell. Huh. I would have never suspected him.
Yeah, right.
Did they say anything? Why did they do it? Did they mention any accomplices?
Oh, Spano mentioned someone. I'm gonna do it. Let's rattle him a little
They
bit.
did mention a certain surgeon.
Surgeon? You
Oh,
have
he's shook.
any idea who that could be?
It's time.
A journalist told me. Ring a bell?
Gotcha. You on candid camera now. You ain't know that.
I'm sure you've got good intentions, but you're wrong. What makes you think that? I'm sure there's an explanation.
I know
Don't
Mitchell
you
gave
mind.
them to you.
I know Mitchell gave them to you.
People see a wheelchair and think, poor guy, he can't walk. But there's so much more to it than that. Some nights I can't even sleep from the pain.
That doesn't explain why you didn't tell me you knew about those drugs.
Go Randall before Joe? No, we'll go Joe
I
first.
know you ordered Randall Lee to kill Joe Dunn. And you tried to frame Bobby Yale, who had recently given up your medical services.
Joe was my friend. Don't you get it?
I
hired
get
you
it.
to solve this damn case. You think that's what a murderer would do?
Absolutely,
Only
to
because
throw
you
me
thought
off
I'd
the
blame Bobby
trail.
Yale and drop the case. But as soon as I realized something wasn't right, you sent Randall Lee and Gil to give me a scare. And when all
Spot
that
on.
failed, you ordered Lee to kill me.
You're the type that won't open his jaws once he's got his prey, aren't you?
That depends on the prey. But I'm sinking my teeth in hard right
Depends
now.
on the prey.
What do you got to say about that? Oh, he's smoking. And I still haven't found my fake cigarette.
Put yourself in my place for a minute.
I'm already sitting in a chair, so I'm halfway there.
You're a promising football player who just got back from the war, but you're still a nobody. The man you saved kindly opens his house to you. And that man is still undone by his wife's passing. He works all day at his gym, and he drinks himself to sleep at night. So you practically end up raising his daughter. You give her her very first abacus. You encourage her to further her education. You comfort her when she misses her mother and her father. Meanwhile, your sporting career takes off. Life is good. Until one day, out of the blue, an accident cripples you.
I love how someone, people always have excuses. I love it.
An old friend, Mitchell, tells you he knows someone who can help you. A German doctor. His drugs take some time to work, but they do wonders. You manage to walk for short bursts at a time, little by little. And those bursts keep getting longer. But the drugs aren't cheap at all. So you have to find a way to pay for them, don't you see?
So you started the ad agency to fund your...
So you decided to start an advertising agency focused on product
He started the ad
endorsement by
agency
athletes.
purely to fund his
And
own
then it occurred
addiction.
to you to sell them those same drugs you were taking. Drugs would help them excel, and you'd get better ad deals. The perfect business model. Your first client? Craig Spano. His career had hit a rough patch, so...
You used him as your guinea pig.
He was the guinea pig for your
I've got
new
no
operation.
sympathy for this
And yet,
bastard.
when the drug started having serious side effects, you got rid of him. Afraid he would talk, you tried to kill him. That's why he hid. From then on, your business was smooth sailing. You even began to think you were above the law. You thought that you were untouchable. Until Joe Dunn found out, and then, 2 days before his unfortunate death, he came to see you.
That's enough now. You stop it.
You getting a bit rolled up, are you? How about you walk over here and tell me to stop it? Come on.
Now, I don't know if I'm above the law, but I am sure as hell not beneath it. Do you know how much power I have? The kind of people I eat with every day?
Cool flex,
I could
bro.
shoot you right now, and nothing would happen to me.
With that gun you keep in your drawer? I'm afraid not.
Sorry, Tim.
I placed your pistol out of reach, just in case you happen to confirm my suspicions, Iron Arm. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment with the police.
Ta-ta. Oh, there he goes. He's standing up.
I won't let anyone wreck my life again. Sonia and I, we deserve a future.
Try and pull the trigger. There's
You
no
can
bullets
come
in there.
now, Smirnoff.
Timothy Wilson Thorpe, drop your weapon. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you. Mr. Thorpe.
Oh! There was a bullet in there? Did she just get shot? No, she shot him. Brilliant. Good job, Sonia. I'm so proud of you. So she had that gun after all. She was lying to me. Oh, no, you don't. No! I could have clicked embrace. I think I just cock-blocked Blacksad.
Sonia Dunn. You are under arrest for the death of Timothy Wilson Thorpe. You have the right to remain silent.
So after all this... No, we're going to make him stop talking.
Will be used against you in a court of law.
You got to shut up for a minute, Smirnov. We're just going to stare out the windows blankly. Sonia doesn't deserve this.
Sonia should never set foot in jail.
Blacksad, don't.
Thorpe would have avoided jail, 100%, so why should Sonia go?
You know damn well that Thorpe never would have gone to jail. He would have pulled his strings and the case would have been dismissed for lack of evidence. Or worse, they would have blamed someone else.
No, there's no way this could work. How do we hide this? John?
I killed Thorpe in self-defense.
I'll put the bullets back in the gun. Thorpe had me at gunpoint, but I was faster.
I'll take the blame for Sonia.
We're doing the right thing, Chief.
John, why do I end up getting my hands dirty every time I'm close to you?
Wow. Wow. That's a lot more full-on than I thought it would be. Wow. We kind of worked out that Tim was behind it, but I didn't think Sonia would come in and just blow him away like that. Well, there's Mary. Good to see she's still alive. Haven't seen her in God knows how long. That's nice. We did say she had to give Mary a chance, and it's good to see that she did. And we're just ominously looking on. Kind of like Superman off in the distance.
After everything that had happened,
Time for the fight!
the last thing I was interested in was the fight.
Now, we told Stone to take the dive, and we told Bobby not to take the drugs. If they listen to us, we win a big amount of money. Let's not forget, I put a lot of money on Yale to win at odds of 18 to 1.
That was another story.
Oh, we're going to get a rocky finish like that?
Because
Come on.
no matter what they tell us,
Who hit who first, eh?
our actions don't always determine our future.
Yo, Adrian, I'm pretty sure I hit Apollo first, right?
My moral compass. As if I even knew what that means. I didn't even know what to think of my performance throughout the case. Did I have a clear conscience? Would I have made the same decisions, given the chance?
I think I would have. Apart from restrain over embrace at the end, but I think I would have made the same decisions throughout. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings our playthrough of Blacksad to a close. That was one hell of an experience. We ran into a bit of bugs and some glitchy moments, which does happen when it comes to video games, unfortunately, but the story and the mechanics of this game, I absolutely loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed this series as much as I did. I really do. If you did, hit that like button down below, because it goes a long way to supporting the channel. I can't thank you guys enough for all that support. If you happen to be new to the channel, plenty of other content to check out. I urge you to do so. And if you happen to enjoy what I'm throwing down, hit that subscribe button down below and pledge your allegiance to the God Zero Nation. Do myself a favour as well. We've just wrapped this series up, which means something else needs to hit the channel now. So if you've got any recommendations for games you would like to see, leave me a comment down below as well. Let me know what types of content you want to see moving forward. Because at the end of the day, I don't just do this for myself, I do it for you guys as well. In the description, not only will you find links to my social media accounts, which you can follow me on, and I do urge you to do so, it'd be hugely appreciated. You will also find a link to the Blacksad playlist. If you've missed any episodes along the way, go catch up on it. Because as I've mentioned a couple of times already, this experience was absolutely brilliant. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.